All right. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. This is Dan with Ledger Support. It's always a pleasure to be on those lives and to help you guys with any ledger issue you might be facing. So as usual, so I'm going to be here for about an hour and you can ask me anything that you want. Hi Dirty, hi BT. I know it's been a few weeks without live, at least not from me. But now we should be back on a more regular schedule. I hope you're doing well as well, Loki. Thanks for the shout out. So if you guys have any questions, as usual, just drop your questions in the chat. I'll do my best to answer everything, but as usual, there are some questions that will require to open a ticket to support because they contain like sensitive information or transaction history or things like that. In this case, I will ask you kindly to open a ticket via support.ledger.com. That's our help center. There is a link in the video description, actually. You can just click that, go to the help center, click contact us here, have a discussion with the bot, and open a ticket or do a live chat. This is how you get in touch with us. Again, guys, if you're coming to this stream from Twitter, just be super careful. Twitter is absolutely riddled with scammers and fake accounts. So again, there is only one Ledger support account. It's Ledger_support. We have this little badge here and also a Ledger logo. That's the only legit account. So always double check that. And there is also the Ledger @Ledger account, which is also legit. It's the brand account. Anyone else is trying to scam you, okay? Especially if someone is asking you for a 24 recovery phrase, you should, of course, never share it because if you do, then the person will have access to all your accounts and they can just steal your funds, even though they don't have access to the account, the device itself. Anyway, let's begin. I'm gonna make the chat a little bigger here. Okay, so first question, another question from Silke. Hola, hello. How do I generate a private key? Okay, interesting. So the device will actually generate your private key for you, and it will generate the private keys in the form of a 24-word recovery phrase, so a little piece of paper that comes in a box. The device will give you words that you need to write down on this piece of paper, and this phrase, 24-word recovery phrase, is actually represents all the private keys that your device will ever generate for each of your accounts. So technically, when you create an account on Ledger Live, if you do this flow, like create a Binance Smart Chain account, for example, then your device is tapping into your seed, right? A random number that is contained or held into the device to create a private key for this account and only this account. And once the private key has been created, it stays within the device and the device is able to use it securely whenever you want to move the funds. So yeah, long explanation, but every single time you create an account, a private key is created and that private key is stored in the device, just to keep it simple. And of course, the recovery phrase that the device gives you when you set it up for the first time, it's a phrase that can allow anyone, including myself, but also you, to recreate your private keys in case you lose your device. So that's why we always say, don't share it, because if I get access to your recovery phrase, then I have all your private keys. Next question from Anna. Hello, Anna. Okay, I updated the firmware on my Nano X, but I still cannot see the manager icon on the left of my screen. What do I need to do? Anna, that's normal. The manager is no longer called the manager. It's just called My Ledger, just like this. And this is not something that a firmware update will change. It's a Ledger Live, an update of Ledger Live, the software. So this piece of software here, that will actually change the name. But it's been changed from manager to My Ledger for a long time now. So all you need to do, if you see a tutorial that talks about manager, what they mean is actually My Ledger, which is this section, okay? Okay, next question. By the way, I'm not skipping questions. I'm just going through the chat sequentially. So, Badr, I will get to your question. I see your question. I will answer your question. Just give me a second. I'll get to it. But yeah, so Anna, again, it's normal that you don't see the manager. Latest version of Ledger Live don't no longer call the manager, they just call it My Ledger. That's it. So every single time you see the word manager, think My Ledger instead. It's here. Right? Okay, next question. Loki, nothing better than Ledger. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think Ledger is pretty legit, and the tech is really, really strong. I was a Ledger user even before I started working for Ledger, and then I joined the company. So that tells you that I really trust the product. Dirty, hey, what's up? BT, Loki, good to see you guys. Agostinho as well. Thank you for the shout out. Okay, so the question from Bader. Hello, any plans to add native injective network to Ledger and Ledger Live? So it is actually supported. So you just, and let me prove it to you here. So yeah, like I've got an injective account here, and this is the actual injective network, the native network on the Cosmos chain. So two things. If you don't, I would say, like, first of all, just make sure you update Ledger Live. So go to settings, go to help, settings about version. If this number is not 2.77.2, you are on a null version of Ledger Live and you need to update. There should be a notification banner at the top. Click that, update Ledger Live. Once you update Ledger Live, you will be able to add native injective accounts. So just click add account, injective. You want this. Okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky, I guess. There's two options, right? Injective token on Ethereum, which is not the one you want, and injective ING. This is the one you want. Okay, I know it's not clear, and honestly, like Ledger Live should be better at making it clear. This one should be at the top, in my opinion, because nobody wants the injective on the Ethereum network. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, so select injective, this one, continue, and use your device to add the account. And then you're done. Once you get your account, you can stake, you can send ING to it, you can stake, you can do everything, all the good stuff. Hang on, I'm just gonna drop a tutorial for you, better, so you can reproduce the steps. This one here, I'll drop it in the chat for you. Okay, better. There you go. So go ahead, fill the steps. All right, next question. Jose Lenny Solidum. Is ICP on Ledger? Do I need to have ETH to send and receive ICP on Ledger? So ICP is its own chain, Jose. So you don't need to have an Ethereum account at all. You just, again, make sure everything is up to date. Okay, make sure you have the latest version of Ledger Live by going to settings. About this number should be 277.2, and then update if necessary, and then click add accounts, ICP, boom, add the account, and then you can send your ICP over. That's it. Same, I'll share a link, ICP here. Right, and you can use this link to learn how to add an ICP account in Ledger Live. Just so you know, Jose, you cannot do much with an ICP account in Ledger Live. You can only send and receive. But if you want to get into things a little more sophisticated, like staking, for example, you'll need to use your Ledger device connected to a third-party wallet called the Stake Internet Computer. The Network Nervous System. So I'll drop that in the chat as well. By the way, it's perfectly safe. It's just a feature that doesn't exist in Ledger Live yet, but it's the same account. Okay, next, Daniel V. When will I be able to see parameters like the address to when I do a transfer in Solana? I wonder what you mean by that. Do you mean like on Soulflare, where they have this address book thing, where they will detect if this address has been or previously sent to? If that's the case, I don't have necessarily an announcement about that. It's a feature that we've been looking to implement for a while, but it's just a question of when. But it should be coming to Ledger at some point. I just don't know when exactly. So let me know, Daniel, if that's what you mean. Batter, you're welcome, mate. And Silky, the same. So yeah, let me know if I answer your question, Daniel. If not, just keep asking questions in the chat. Agostinho, how long until near staking rewards appear in Ledger Live? I first staked 6 days ago. That's a good question. You should get them after. I actually don't know the answer to this question. Let me check our database. Staking through near. I can't remember how fast I got my my rewards the first time around. It's not explained. That's interesting. Let me actually try to do a quick stake if I have enough near. Yeah, okay. So hang on. So assuming that you're using the Ledger validator, let me stake that 20 cents. Let's see if we get a message from Ledger Live telling us when we'll get the rewards. Okay, we get nothing. Okay, well, I'm not sure. The true answer is like, I'm not sure when the first rewards will appear, but you will get, this number will change. And it could take a few days, right? It could take a few days, Agostinho. So yeah, I'll have to get back to you on this. Maybe let's try something here. Staking, how long to receive first rewards? Okay. There you go, 48 hours after staking a deposit. Okay, but that's for the Atomic wallet. But that gives you like a sense of how much time you can wait, right? So it's not gonna be instant for sure, but like, let's say 48 hours. You're welcome, Jose. If you have other questions, go for it. Just drop them in the chat. Next question from Hassan Dubai Walla. Sorry for butchering your name. Dubai is a big market. Why don't you open your own outlet? We need Ledger stacks in Dubai. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Dubai is really interesting. I can't speak, I'm not part of brand strategy, so maybe there are blockers that I don't know. But yeah, from an outside perspective, Dubai looks very good, and I hope we do eventually have more presence in Dubai, maybe an office, and maybe in the future, like who knows, like a store. It would be, I personally think it would be great to have something like a Genius bar for Ledger. It would be great because people could come to us, to specialists, and just ask their technical question and do things safely instead of just having to rely on blog posts and things like that. So yeah, definitely something that I'll escalate, and thank you, and hope everything is good in Dubai. You guys must have hot weather now, I'm guessing, with the summer approaching, if you are in the same hemisphere. Anyway, so yeah, I'll escalate that. Next, Carol, Natalie. Reaching support is not really reachable. I wish you could work on that. My account disappeared from phishing. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, so the best way to reach support is to, again, like go to support.ledger.com, then you click on the contact us button, you start a conversation. If there is live chat, then you'll get offered a live chat. If there is no agent available for live chat, you'll have to send us an email, and then we go sequentially, like email by email. That being said, Carol, if you have any questions, then you can drop your question here. If it's not, privacy sensitive, this is why I'm doing those live as well. So, if you have any questions, you ask it, and then I'll try my best to give you an answer, like on the fly. Okay, next. Okay, Bader. Is it possible to add the feature in Ledger to save our favorite address for every network or account? It's not possible right now, but something that's been worked on. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in the future better. But yeah, I would agree that it's a necessary feature, and most third-party wallets are supporting it. I'm thinking of like Phantom, Solflare, even MetaMask, I think, and it's definitely reassuring for users to have that. Rabi has it as well. Next, Agostinho. First time using Core Wallet, but I can't connect my LNS Plus to Core Wallet. I get this select duration pass, unable to connect. Any idea why? So Core Wallets, that would be the Avalanche wallet, I think. Core Wallets. So do you mean this one? Core Web. I guess you mean this one. I wonder if select the duration path desired. The previous Avalanche wallets used the BIP44 duration path and its recommended duration path choice. It is the recommended duration path choice. The BIP44. Okay, have you tried that? Have you tried the BIP44 duration path? Let me try real quick. See if I can. I'm gonna try to connect. If that's what you mean, yeah, okay, that's what you mean. Okay, so give me a second. I'll attempt a connection. If there is an issue with this wallet, we'll update the documentation, and you can always use the Avalanche wallet. There is another third-party wallet that's maintained by the Avalanche core team, and it works pretty well. It's just called the Avalanche wallet. You can use that instead of Core. Okay, just give me a sec. I'll make it an attempt. Okay, let's see if... Darius, when the next update on DOT, still not working, the nominate button. You need to update Ledger Live, Darius. This issue has been fixed. You need to be on the latest version of Ledger Live. So if there is a notification update at the top, just make sure to update, and then that issue should be fixed. All right, so Agostinho, back to the Core wallet. Let's see. Ledger, okay. So far, so good. Okay. Well, it seems like it's working for me. Yeah, I got my... It seems like, yeah, it seems like it's recognizing my Avalanche wallet, because I've got this wallet in Ledger Live as well. This guy here is the same as this one. Okay, so you say like if you're getting a duration path issue, it might be because you didn't create the wallet in Ledger Live initially. Okay, just let me know how that sound. If not, I'll try to keep helping you with this. But really, if Core Wallet doesn't let you do what you want, Agostinho, you can just like use the Avalanche wallet. Avalanche wallet. We no longer have it on the documentation, but anyway, there is a Avalanche wallet here. This guy here. You can use that instead. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, okay. So maybe try that for the time being. And I'll try to look into the options here for Core. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Core, to be honest, but I'll look into it. Okay, next question. Next question. JL. Okay, so JL, you said, I bought my Nano last week, Nano S Plus last week. I have a well-known pin, but but last night was saying invalid pin in my second attempt, which is impossible for my part. What if my device is broken? So JL, it's as long as you have the recovery phrase, right, the 24 words, and the 24 words are correct, then it's fine. The device can reset, then you can just restore the private keys using the recovery phrase. But if the device tells you the pin is invalid, it's probably because the pin really is invalid. So maybe when you set it up the first time, you chose a number that you didn't intend to choose, but it's most likely that the device is fine. But yeah, but in the case like the device resets, you're fine. Just make sure you have a recovery phrase with you. I'll share this tutorial with you here, so you can restore your private keys. The reset might actually fix the issue, because once it resets, you'll be prompted to choose a new pin code. Then you can, choose whatever you want. Make sure you remember that one, and keep using the ledger. If that happens again, even after the reset, I would say, like in this case, there might be an issue with the ledger device. In this case, just open the ticket here through the help center and tell us that there was an issue twice in a row, and we'll probably change the device because there's something that's wrong with it. Okay, next question. Darius, yeah, so I answered that. You've already operated last week with your ledger with that pin. Yeah, I mean, if you have the recovery phrase, just reset the device and restore the private key with the recovery phrase. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Just make sure the recovery phrase is correct. But if that happens again, like just get in touch and we'll probably replace the device. Cirky, when will Ledger stacks be ready for shipping? So next time we send you guys an email, that's when the stacks will be ready for shipping. If you pre-order the device, we sent everyone who pre-order an email with an update. In the email, we are saying that the next time you'll get an email, that will be when the stacks is ready to ship. I don't know when exactly, but it should be soon-ish, hopefully. Again, not a promise, because I know how difficult it is to manufacture like new devices with new tech, but I'm fairly confident this is going to happen this year. John Nicholson, I'm attempting to transfer base network tokens back to the exchange. After I enter the address and quantity, it will not allow me to continue. The continue button will not light up to proceed. How do I transfer back to exchange? So John, it's not usual, but it might be because you don't have ETH in the account. So what do I mean by that? Let's say this is your base account, right? And you have some amount of tokens. Then typically you need ETH in the same account, right? In your base account, you also need some ETH to pay for the transaction to send back the token. So make sure you've got some of that, right? An amount of ETH. You don't need much. $10 is plenty. But yeah, that might be the reason why you're getting issues here. So now let me try something just to make sure there is no bug. See, like, it could be like the address is wrong as well. So if the address is wrong, I don't think you'll get the continue button, right? Maybe you'll get this error message like this is not a valid base address. But if the address is correct, it's an EVM address starting with 0x, then you should be able to continue. See, like, I've got no issue going through the flow. I'm getting the prompt on my device as well. So yeah, I suspect it's because either the address is not correct, in which case you can reach out to Coinbase, just make sure they tell you like how to find your address, or you don't have ETH in your base accounts. You have base ETH in my wallet. Okay, well, so that's sorted, but I would say probably because the address is not correct. Make sure like basis support is selected as well. I mean, you never know. So maybe it's just like the address that's missing a character, or like it's the wrong address. And I'd be curious if you're getting the same error message here. Are you getting something like this? This is not a valid base address. Are you getting this error message or not? Okay. While you answer, I'll move to the next person. Thanks, BT, for helping. Appreciate that. Enjoy your holiday. Next question from Regina. Hi, how do I make UTXOs integrated? So Regina, I'm not sure I understand the question here. If you mean like how do I send and receive Bitcoin, then I'll share an article with you. Here, I'll drop it in the chat for you. Regina. I'll drop a second article as well. If you mean like how do I select a UTXO within my account, this is a different issue. In this case, you can use something called coin control, and I'll also drop this in the chat for you. So you got 2 links in the chat for you, Regina. Let me know if that helps. Okay, next. So Jose, you're welcome. JCB. Hi, I have a technical question. If I connect my ledger to MetaMask and create a new account, how is my seed exposed? If I then export my MetaMask private key for this account, and I'll lose it. So, to the first question, if you connect your ledger device to MetaMask and you create a new account, the seed is not exposed, right? The seed stays in your ledger device. You're just using MetaMask as an interface to create that account and manage that account and visualize it. That's all. But the private keys, the seed, the private keys, everything stays in your device. So that's the main difference between using MetaMask with a ledger device, where the private keys are into the device and they stay into the device, and using MetaMask natively, where the seed is actually held on your computer or your phone. It depends if you're using it on the phone or a desktop. Now, your second question, if I then export my MetaMask private key for this account and I'll lose it. So if it's a ledger account through MetaMask, you will not be able to export the private keys because the private keys are in your device. So you will not get the option. So see here, this is my ledger account, like view from MetaMask. I will not get an option to export the private keys here. So support, like I just don't get the option. Account details, see, like it's not giving me the option to export the private keys. But if I go to my normal account, account details, here I get the option to show the private key. That's the difference. And by the way, you should never really, unless you really have to, avoid like copy pasting private keys all over the place. Okay. I hope that answers the question. There is a follow-up. How compromised would be my ledger if someone used that MetaMask key? Would they need mechanical action to do any transaction? No. Again, because MetaMask will never give you the option to extract the private keys from your device, right? It's impossible. What could compromise your device, however, is if you share the 24-word recovery phrase that the device generated when you first set it up, right? You remember the 24 words you wrote down? If you give that to anyone, they will be able to have access to all your ledger accounts, okay? Because that phrase actually represents all your private keys. So that's the phrase that you need to really make sure never to share. Ledger will never ask you for the phrase. We don't need it. Anyone asking you for the phrase will basically try to scam you, just to be frank. And any app that is asking you to type your recovery phrase, even if the app looks like Ledger Live, is a scam. So just never do it, please. So John, what you're saying here, double check as the base token address I copied is specifically that token. You should never use the token address. The token address is a smart contract. So you make sure not to use that address. Maybe that's the reason why it gets rejected. So you should use an address, like a vanilla address, but not a smart contract address to send coins. If you try to send your token to a smart contract, they're gonna get stuck. So what you just want to send from a wallet to an account, from an account to an account, from your Ledger account on Base to your Coinbase account on Base, but never to the smart contract that created the tokens, if that makes sense. Otherwise, you're gonna get your token stuck. Next question, JB Blaze, can I store USDT on Optimism on Ledger? Yes, yes you can. It is supported as well, so it will, not only you can send it, but it will also show in the, here. So mine is USDC, but I do believe that USDT is supported as well. USDT, let me check. Yeah, see, it's supported. So if you send USDT to Optimism, you will see it in the account, which is cool. And ETH Optimism, yes, JB, you can do it. Both. Let me share a link, a tutorial link. Optimism. It's called OP mainnet, I think now. Yeah, here. So JB, this is for you. Dropping it in the chat. John, I'm sending it the receiver address, not the smart contract. Oh, are you using the same address? I'm just wondering, like, are you trying to, maybe you're trying to send to the same account. And that's the reason why it's not working, right? Because, let me try it real quick. I'm gonna try to use my, so this is my receive address, okay? I'm gonna try to send to my own address, see what happens. It looks like it's letting me do it. Oh, John, it could be because it's not supported. I think I know what's happening. It's because the token, if the token don't show, it's because they're not supported in Ledger Live, meaning that they are in your accounts, but they're just not being detected by Ledger Live. Try this instead, okay? Go to Discover, the Discover section here, select Zerion, this guy here, Zerion, and make sure you select your, it's not supported. Damn it. I forgot, it's not supported. But yeah. So never mind. Zerion will let you actually see those tokens, right? If you select the base network, you should be able to see them, but you will not be able to move them because it's not completely integrated yet. So first, let me know if you can see them in Discover here. That might help. Because if you can see them, at least we know that they are in the base account. Next question. Selkie, how do I add an account? Cannot find this option. It's here at the top. Selkie, add account. Did I miss? Yeah. Let me share some documentation with you. Add account. Here. Silk. Here, check the chat. Next. Dirty. Thank you, Dirty. That's nice. Carol. So we don't contact privately. We don't do it. If someone is contacting you privately, saying they're from Ledger, they are probably trying to scam you. So just be super careful, Carol. Instead, just please open a ticket like this, or just wait until we get back to you. We will get back to you, but we have a lot of inbounds. So yeah, just be patient, and someone will get back to you. But do not answer to private messages. This is how scammers scam people. Next question, Sparky Gaming. I'm sorry if the quality is low. I hope it's better now. Synric, when it comes to staking USDT on you or USDC, CX offer an APR of 7 to 8%. Is it possible to receive staking rewards with Ledger in the same way? Yes, but we don't have, so USDT and USDC staking is actually kind of a weird concept because USDT and USDC are stable coins and they're not native to the network. So you can't really stake them. By staking, they mean something else, unless you're using something fancy like Athena, for example, protocol. But if not, the staking, what the exchange means by staking is actually they will lend your coins and give you an interest rate. That's what they mean by staking. So it's not real staking, but they use the term because they know that people associate that with passive income. That's the reason why they use the word staking, but it's not technically staking. Now, in terms of what you can stake in Ledger Live, there is plenty of stuff you can stake actually. Synric, I'll just share a list of all the things that you can stake and then you can pick your favorite. And I'll drop this. So here's the list, right? There is quite a lot of options. And then I'll drop the list in the chat. Okay, so you can just have a look in your own time. And this list will guide you to other tutorials that explains like how to stake. So plenty of options. Okay, John, I think you should reach out to us. Because if Andy and Degen don't appear, maybe they're not in your account. Maybe they're still on Coinbase. Maybe the transaction failed, whatever reason. I would say probably go on Etherscan. Paste your address, your Ledger address, okay, just paste it in there. I'll show you how to do it, right? You grab your address, you go to etherscan.io, right, etherscan.io, you paste your address, just like this. Then you look into the token section here. And you should be able to see your Andy and Degen here. Oh, sorry, not Etherscan. You want to use the other one, the base network. I don't know what it's called. Base scan, I guess. Yeah, here you go. Base scan. Right. So check if the tokens are visible first. If they're not, then they're probably still on Coinbase and Coinbase had some issue. If not, let me know if you can see them. Tom Cam, hello Dan, hope you're doing well. Yesterday I was trying to unstake some BNB that I have in my ledger. They are staked at Stader BNB. The thing is, I have some BNB for the fees, but the unstaking is not taking place. Can you suggest anything? Can I unstake denied messages? I think there was an issue with Stader actually, but it's fixed now. Let me try it. But yeah, there was an issue with Stader. Hang on. BNB, because I do have some BNB exchange rate. Okay. Wait a second. Check your wallet. I wonder which step of the way you were stuck at. Were you stuck at unstaking or withdrawing? It's possible. It's actually possible that the issue. No, well, I'm getting the ping, so the issue is probably resolved. But I know there was an issue, so you're right. That being said, so it looks like you can withdraw, but can you unstake? That's the issue. I don't know, because in my case, like I've already unstaked. I'm on the last step, which is to withdraw. But yeah, just try again to unstake now. Let me know if it works or not. Doogie Mills. Is the support for Jasmy coin in process? Jasmy coin, eh? I don't know. That's a good question. What I always do when I get a question about is it supported, I go to support.ledger.com and I check the list of supported coins and tokens in Ledger Live here. Then supported tokens, so you said Jasmy. Let's see what we got. Jasmy, it's supported on supported on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum as well. Doogie. Yeah, so it's supported. Just make sure you update Ledger Live. That's all. And then you can send your Jasmy to your Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum address. But again, you'll need the latest version of Ledger Live. So update. Layla, hi Dan. I have staked my Cardano ADA with my Ledger, which the pool is Ledger by Figment, but my staked rewards is not available. How to claim the ADA rewards? Do I need to undelegate to claim it? No, Layla. So first of all, it's gonna take a while for you to get the rewards, right? It takes, I think if it's the first time you stake, it takes 25 days to get rewards. And then the rewards actually gets added to your balance. Your staking and your rewards all get into the same account. So there is no extra steps. Everything goes into the same account and you don't need to do anything. Everything is liquid. So you can just move, you can just move your coins just like that. And if you want to stop delegating, you can end the delegation, but again, it's not necessary, right? You can just move your balance and everything will be moved, including the rewards. But again, like if it's the first time you were staking, it's gonna take 25 days at least to for you to see the rewards in Ledger Live. So I'm gonna share that with you, Layla. It's a tutorial on staking with Cardano, so maybe that'll be useful going forward. Okay, next question. Next question from Super Low Drag. Just arrived. Hello, notification sucks. Did you see my message from the earlier AUA? No, I did not actually. Do you actually mind reposting the question? Yeah, sorry about that, Super Low Drag. John Nicholson, yeah, they show on the Ledger page, but not Zerion. Okay, there might be an issue, but John, what you can do is you can probably access those coins via something like MetaMask. So instead of using Ledger Live, you'll use MetaMask connected to your Ledger device to access your coins and tokens. So I'll just drop this tutorial here for you, John. And so there will be multiple steps. First, you have to connect your Ledger device to MetaMask, just like this. Then you'll have to change the network. So at the top here, you'll have to change from Ethereum to Base, in your case, right? Base, like that. Okay, switch to Base. So now same account, but connected to Base, right? Oops. And then last, you'll have to import the token. So here, you'll just paste the contract address. Although I do think there is a auto detection for some tokens, but you might have to do it manually. Dirty. I wish the NanoX was easier and more reliable to use on DEXs. There's always seemed to be a connection issue when connecting the wallets, confirming transaction. Trust Wallet seems to work better. Oh yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that your wallet has some battery issues as well. Did you notice any battery issues or messages on the device that mention the battery issue? Because that can happen with NanoX. I prefer the NanoX Plus for this very reason, actually. Now, it could also be because, like, a bunch of stuff, right? With connection issues, make sure you change the cable, see if that produces better results. You might want to as well make sure that, there is no grime or anything like stuck in the connector here. That happens as well. And ideally, you don't want to use a dongle. So you want to connect the cable directly to the port on your computer. Make sure the port is clean as well. and try different USB ports as well. And if it doesn't work, try mobile. But those are like the best practices. Different cable, don't use a dongle, change USB port, make sure Ledger Live is up to date. And if it's a connection issue, then reach out, open a ticket with us so we can take a look. JCB, okay, you're welcome, mate. John, okay. Yeah, no worries, John. Let me know if you need more help. But this guide has like quite a, this guide has everything you need, like from connecting to connect MetaMask to other networks. So this is where you learn how to connect MetaMask to Base, for example. And then this is the part where you can add your token. So you should be able to access everything through MetaMask. Okay, next. Miles. Is it safe to use 2 accounts? One account for day and one account for long-time storage? Yes, 100%. That's best practice, actually. You have one DGen account where you do all your smart contracts / NFT / trading, whatever you want. And then you've got an account that never touches a smart contract. That's just like a cold account. Yeah, and that's best practice, 100%. If you connect, yeah, they are separated that way, right? So if you connect one to Wallet Connect, especially if you give like permission to a smart contract to access your account, then that smart contract has discretionary access to whatever asset is in that account. So yeah, so that's why, yeah, you want to separate, like keep your crypto in 2 different buckets. You can do this in Ledger Live, right? You can create 2 accounts very easily with Ledger Live, and you just label them. Like for example, you call this one like base, DGen, right? And then the second one you just call it base cold, something like that, right? So you keep things organized. Layla, my maximum transfer ADA is 10K. I feel weird, so I'll ask you how. Not sure what's wrong. It became like this. I have a total ADA stake is 10K, but my reward stake is 25 ADA, which is total 1025, but now the 10K is available in 25. Oh, I think it's possible that, interesting. It's possible that you're actually contributing to a pool, and when you end the delegation, actually the 25 will get back to you. So Layla, what you can try is you can just literally go into, literally end the delegation using your Cardano accounts. Like here, you would like select that end delegation, sign that transaction, and it's possible that you contributed 25. Typically, like you can see here, it's 2 ADA, but for whatever reason, maybe in your case, because of the valid, maybe if you, I don't know why that would be the case, but it's possible. Just end the delegation and see if that gives you the correct amount. Okay, Colin. What risk sending private keys to Coinly for tax purposes? Private keys, you should never send your private keys. I mean, I guess you mean like public keys. If it's a UTXO, then yes. If it's private keys, or if they ask you for your recovery phrase, then they're trying to scam you, and that's a scam. And that's probably not the legit Coinly, it's something else. But if they just want your public keys, Colin, aka your XPub, typically. So, in your Bitcoin accounts, you go to advanced settings, advanced here, then there will be an XPub here. If they want that, then that's fine. You can share it. It starts with XPub something, something, something. That you can share. But if they ask you for your recovery phrase, then it's a scam. Just run away. And private keys, same. Like if they ask you for private keys, it sounds like a scam. Yeah, super low drag. XPub it's safe to use in the sense that they don't give access to your account, right? However, if someone has the XPub, they can spy on your account. That's the thing. So they'll have access to, they'll be able to see the history of all the accounts that are under this XPub. So you have to, if you're privacy conscious, it's not necessarily some information you want to communicate, except if it's a trusted tax service. But again, you're taking the risk of, you revealing a little bit of privacy here. So it's up to you, but it's safe. It's safe in the sense that an XPub is just a public key. It's an extended public key, and it does not give you access to an account. Florian, spam NFTs, how do I avoid? Do you have an advice? You can't avoid them, Florian. They're gonna happen. Just make sure make sure you don't touch them, right? Don't try to move them. Don't follow any links that is with the NFT, because those links will be malicious. Just ignore them, that's all. Make sure you've got the latest version of Ledger Live as well. So, because the latest version of Ledger Live has a spam filter that removes all those weird scammy NFTs. But other than that, just ignore them, that's all. And I'll share this with you, how to handle malicious NFTs. You can check that link, Florian. Oops. Okay, so seems like there was an issue. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. Hang on. Okay, so my link is getting deleted. Okay, so I cannot share this link for whatever reason. There's a bug in the chat. But Florian, just go to support.ledger.com, okay? And then type this, how to handle malicious or unknown NFTs. And that's it. Okay, I cannot use the chat at all. All right, but I can read the questions, so that's the most important. So TomCam, you're saying you stuck at unstaking, never reached withdrawing, still unstaking denied. Okay, so there's a bug. Yep, so TomCam, what you can do is you can probably Stater BNB. You can probably do the unstaking via the Stater, the website instead of the app, right? So see Stater.com BNB, stake now. You just connect your Ledger wallet to it. Boom. They probably have you can use Wallet Connect, for example. And then you just unstake that way, right? You use that. You'll get the same result. It's possible that it's only the Ledger Live integration that's buggy. Of course, the issue is that you will not be able to clear sign. So you're losing a little bit of, you're losing something. So again, it's staterlabs.com BNB/stake. Let me see if I can put it in the chat again. Okay, I really cannot. All right. Okay, next. Straub. Okay, Straub. Hi. What can happen if I'm still in my ledger when using the recovery check app? Saw your guide and you mentioned it was important not to be in my ledger while using the app. Oh, it's not gonna compromise your ledger or anything like that. It's just that the ledger will not, because my ledger will fight for attention, for your device attention. So you cannot both have my ledger and have an app open at the same time. So if you try, then the app on your device will turn on and off all the time until you leave my ledger. That's all. Because my ledger need that memory on your device to do its thing. So you cannot do both things at the same time. That's why. But it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. Okay. I guess last question, guys. And I don't know if you can still hear me. But I will assume that you can. Super low drag. Let me read the question again. it said, okay, so the message, it said it was in 30 minutes last Friday, and then it said 2 days, I'm not sure when. Okay. It's because we moved the stream to today. We had to cancel the stream on Friday. It was my fault. That's why. So you're having trouble figuring out tax, and you discovery guide on your partner's integration doesn't do what it says. Maybe shoot me a DM. Also, how to connect Near for these purposes. I worry about sharing the Xpub as well. Okay, so super low drag. Actually, it would be super helpful if you... Yeah. Okay, it would be helpful if you actually submit a ticket. And then you can mention me in the ticket, and we'll look at this together. Because it seems like something I'm gonna have issues troubleshooting in just 2 minutes. But yeah, please do that. Go to support.ledger.com, open a ticket, you'll get an email with a ticket number, and then you can drop this ticket number in the comments under the video after the stream, or you can mention my name in the comments and I'll get back to you. Okay, all right guys, so I think this is gonna be the end of the stream. I'm not even sure if I'm still live. I think I am, but okay, what about Near? Okay, thanks. How do I connect Near for these purposes? So I would say Near, if you need just the list of your transactions, you can just do it like you would go to settings, accounts, operation history, and then you select your Near account and you save, and then that will save a CSV file with all your operations history. I do think as well that maybe the Near wallet will let you, not the Near wallet, sorry, the Near Explorer has sort of a export accounts or export transaction feature. Let me check that real quick. Okay. Okay. So here's my Near account, and yeah, there is a CSV export. So yeah, you can get your transaction history that way, and that's probably very accurate. So yeah, try that. And last question from Toga.dot. Warning symbol above my bonded assets in Polkadot nominate button is faded. I cannot change my validators. It's a known bug. Toga, you need to update Ledger Live to make it disappear. If that continues, use the Polkadot staking wallet. The Polkadot staking dashboard. But if you update Ledger Live, you should be good. Right, so update Ledger Live, there should be a notification, an orange notification in Ledger Live. If not, just use the Polkadot staking dashboard, but this should be fixed. Okay. And Leo, did I miss your question? I think I did. Do you know if the possibility to join Polkadot staking pools in Ledger Live is something that's working on? Yes, we're working on it, but it's no ETA. It's still a long way ahead, I think. Does that work for staking Near? Yeah, you should be able to see your transaction, your staking transaction, but I don't think you will be like, it will not like give you the breakdown of the rewards and everything. It's still pretty basic, so I'm not sure. But guys, I'm sorry, I have to go. I'm about on time. If I didn't answer your question, come back tomorrow. We'll have a stream at 4:30 p.m. with Roy. We're actually gonna talk about the Bitcoin halving. So if you're interested in the topic, just tune in. And you'll also be able to ask questions. I'll be in the chat. Roy will be talking about the halving. I'll be manning the chat, so you can always ask your questions as usual. Okay, so 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.